You better watch out. You better not cry. You better watch out. Hi, team. Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you for having me.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Well, good now
Good.
because of the nice song.
I
Thank you so much for
know.
starting this thing out in a nice rosy mood.
Christmas is my favorite holiday. The family reunited, the lights, everything's so special for me. For you, what makes Christmas so special?
Honestly, so much. I feel
Mm.
like every part of Christmas just makes me so happy. Like we go on a trip right before December 1st, and when we come back, it's like the house is decorated, Christmas music is on, like it's so much fun, and just like the time with family, and even like simple things like I'll be in class and not like bored, and I'll remember it's Christmas and I'm like, "Oh, I'm happy now." Like I don't know, it just makes me so happy every time I think of it.
I don't know. I think I have to agree with her. I said for some reason it's snow globes, and I have a bunch of original props from the original Santa Claus movie, and for some reason that memory, how it changed, it really changed my life because I got to play a character that became part of me, and I became part of him. So that I see these little props, and it kind of reminds me of 30 years.
Eu amo meu trabalho. Ah, vamos nós, vamos!
The first movie was released in 94 and it's been almost 30 years. For you, team, what have changed in the industry since then? And did you ever imagine play the same character again almost 30 years later?
Absolutely not. The lineage of it is formidable that the writers in the studio has been able to make sense of it. For a guy like me, that I'm all about story, and this story somehow makes sense. And especially the last two seasons of this, the clauses has pulled the old story up to the current story, and now we can start from right here. And it's a brilliant piece of writing.
Elizabeth, how did your character evolve since the first season, and what can we expect from the new season?
Well, I feel like in the first season, the series was mainly focused on like the Claus family as a whole. And then this season it really kind of focuses like on each kid mostly. I mean Cal too and Sandra, and how she's kind of developed as a teenager. Like she's getting older, and not only with all that comes with that, but she's finding out about more about herself, and that she's developing powers, and it's really cool to see her kind of go through that because it kind of has more than one message like in that. But the struggles that she has with her parents and not trusting people, and like scared of, what's going to happen, that she can't control herself and she can't control her powers. So I feel like it's really interesting to see her character develop throughout the second season and who she becomes at the end.
Quero que esteja no comando das renas.
Isso!
Acredito que o Cal tenha o necessário para ser o próximo Papai Noel.
And Tim, how proud are you from bringing your daughter, Elizabeth, to this huge franchise?
Fortunate is the word, and it's so much gratitude for her abilities, and then to see, there's no explanation for me to be work with my kid, and it's just it eventually it's just two actors working together, and then every now and then I realize she's respectful of the crew, she shows up on time, she does her job, and somehow manages to do her schoolwork because her mom and I love that she's a very good student and a very good athlete at school. And these are really difficult balances. The kid does it really well. And on that, there's hours during the day I get to be dressed as Santa Claus or dressed as Scott Calvin. And right across from me is Sandra Claus, who I'm buying. It's not even my daughter. She actually brings that character to life. So there's nothing, I can't say anything more than I just did, which is a whole bunch.
Aquele que ocupa o Polo Norte agora é uma fraude.
Ho, ho, ho!
And for you, what audiences can expect from the second season? And do you have plans to return for the third season?
It's all about story to me. I'm amazed that they got number one. Sorry that they did that. I'm amazed that they opened it up to season two. There is a storyteller myself. There's so much in season two that could be expanded on, and it's a big decision. It's a big decision for the studio. It's a big decision for those of us, and certainly her mom and I. Is this where we want I just want to make sure we do our best to put this on a teeter-totter and balance this out right.
Hi, Eric. How are you?
Very good. How are you, Renato?
I'm great. How has the show evolved from the first season, and what the audiences can expect from the second season?
Well, the first season was great, bringing back the Calvin family and reconnecting with them, and seeing that Scott Calvin is very much still Santa Claus, and the opportunity for me to get to come and play in their Christmas sandbox, if you will, was a dream come true for me, being a fan of the franchise, and knowing Jason Weiner, the director, and Jack Burdett, the executive producer. I have history with them from Modern Family, and then just being able to go and spend time with Tim Allen, who I consider the Santa Claus, was great. But what audiences can expect is from my character, the threat of disrupting the Calvin family. I'm for hundreds of years. I've been wrongfully taken away from being Santa Claus, and now I'm back to take my rightful role on the throne back.
I grew up watching the original movie, which the show is based. What are your favorite Christmas movies?
I mean, the Santa Claus is up there, but man, start naming some, and I'll tell you what I like. I love all the old original Christmas movies. White Christmas is a favorite, just because of the music and the performances there. Home Alone, big fan of Home Alone. Oh yeah, I see it back. I see it back there. That's awesome.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's so good. There's so many of them, so many.
E você? Me conta nos comentários quais são seus filmes de Natal preferidos.
E um Feliz Natal pra você.